Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Retro Cup again, and let's see what we're going to be using. We're going to be trying out the Shadow Dusknoir with the Furret and the Clodsire in the back. So they swap out into their Shadow Feraligatr. We're going to have Furret for this matchup, resisting their fast move pressure and applying a lot of spam. We do get a shield from our opponent, so we're going to match them here, because now we're going to be able to get to this next Swift to either get the farm down after the move or get that second shield. So they decided to let it go, head into their Clodsire matchup. We get the cap tie and we get the Trailblaze to go off, so that's pretty good, decent neutral damage. Now we got to think about what they have in the back. We are going to match them with their own Clodsire, because we can tank this Earthquake easily and we can get to our own Earthquake. This Earthquake, huge damage goes through. They try to catch the move and we're going to have Dusknoir onto their Mew. So shout out to this trainer for using some interesting stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this using Shadow Claw fast move. Not exactly sure what fast move that was, but they did not want to see our Dusknoir. So we are going to be able to win this game with our own Clodsire versus their Clodsire at the end with our Earthquake. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Dusknoir in the back. So we have to do... Okay, back again. We had to do a little bit of a reset. So let's see what we find. We got the Dusknoir versus the Charge Bug. Interesting matchup here. Both of us are staying in. We are going to be able to get to our move first, as the move timing is just better for our purposes. We get to grab a shield from the Charge Bug, so we're going to match them. They are going to be able to reach another move here. This potential discharge will KO, so we're just going to shield and then catch the next move. Regardless of what move they throw, we are going to be able to resist it because they've revealed both moves, but we get met with a Lapras. So Lapras is going to be pretty dominant against this Clodsire, dealing super effective fast moves and charge moves. We could only get to this Sludge Bomb here before we decide to switch out combo play. We take the Lapras out with our Dynamic Punch, and then we're going to be able to get to another Shadow Punch versus this Blastoise. So 2 Shadow Punches gets them into the low red. They're trying to farm us down for the energy, and we are going to be able to get the win right there. So tricky end game for our opponent. They had to use the energy or risk going for the farm down and getting KO'd, and unfortunately it didn't work out for them. Okay, next we got the Dusknoir versus Claydol. Great lead. They switch into the Furret. This is the tricky matchup. We are going to build up and throw the bait. We do get the shield, so at least we have that advantage. And then we head into our Clodsire. They did throw the Trailblaze, so their attacks are boosted. We're going to just chip away with these Sludge Bombs because they're going to be able to pace to their next move pretty quickly. But they actually decided to reset their buff, head into their Claydol matchup, and we're going to tank the Rock Tomb. And luckily we do survive because we get this Shadow Punch to go off, gets the Claydol really low, so much so that we can farm down with our Furret. So we have a little bit of energy on our Furret, but our opponent actually wins the cap time. So we're going to go and shield it, obviously, and then fire up our own Swift. And it looks like our opponent ends up having the Shadow Girafarig. Not looking forward to taking all these sucker punches. And unfortunately for them, we are just going to be able to just fast move them down afterwards. So GG's to our opponents. The Furret switching little bit difficult to deal with, but we were able to take it down by committee. Okay, we got a terrible lead here. We're going to go into our own Furret, and we get matched with Lit Leo. We're going to let the first one go. Ends up only being the Flame Charge. And then we're going to make sure we throw this next Swift before we get KO'd. So we do grab the shield anyways. Looks like our opponent wanted the energy on the Lit Leo. They've already revealed Flame Charge, so we decided to let it go, and it ends up being the Crunch. So terrible for the Dusknoir, but we're looking for the farm now. Maybe we can win this game with a Clodsire with a ton of energy. Okay, this is advantageous for us as this Charge Bug has no play against this Clodsire, so we're just going to throw the cheap move and look for the farm down, but they don't allow us to get the farm down, so this is not looking good after our opponent did switch out. We're just gonna spam a ton of Sludge Bombs. We are in the yellow. We probably survived this still, but barely, and yeah, this unfortunately not enough health, and unfortunately the Lit Leo did a number on us, so shout out to them. Maybe if we had fought for the switch, maybe we would have had a better situation for the end game. Okay, terrible lead here. We're gonna have to go into this Furret, and we get met with an Annihilate. So Annihilate, pretty decent against the Furret. Probably doesn't ever have to shield. Let's see. Okay, they actually throw the Rage Fist, and yeah, they didn't have to shield. They just farm us down. We're looking for the farm down, but we don't get it. They are able to fire off this Rage Fist, and it looks like our opponent here does have the Pidgeot still. This Pidgeot does decide to shield, so we're just gonna let this go. But they go for the Feather Dance, so that allows us to switch out, reset that debuff, and then head into our Clodsire matchup. We go for the Sludge Bomb bait, and they do shield, so this is interesting now. Our opponent is staying in a long time. Ooh, great catch by our opponent. Ends up being the Sludge Bomb onto their Ghost, so they are going to be able to resist it. Shadow Ball is not able to KO, but because we got the debuff earlier, is not going to allow us to KO that Skeledirge. And then down goes our own Dusknoir. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.